Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Bolo, bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya, Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya. Everyone chant. Govinda,
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurudmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Nati Swaparantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Sivita Padakamana Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sirupang Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Siradha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kipasindubhya cha Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Good evening, everyone. I would like to speak this evening about the mercy of Sisi Gaura Nitai. What is the main message of Sisi Gaura Nitai, especially to the Grihastas? Yeah. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Brajendra Nandana Ye Sachi Sutta Hoilo Say Balaram Hoilo Nitai. So the same Brajendra Nandana Krishna, the darling most uh, personality in Vrindavan, who appeared 5,000 years ago in the land of Vrindavan, appeared again 500 years ago as the son of Mother Sachi. Mother Sachi, none other also than Mother Yasoda. Lord Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead. However, for the pastimes' sake, the Lord appeared in such a way that seemingly he has a father and a mother. God, Prabhupada says, if God has a source, then he is not God. He is a source of everyone. Janmadi asayataha. Everything emanates from him. Sarva karna karnam. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Matasmit. That everyone, including the spiritual world and the material world, everything emanates from Krishna. So for pastimes, the Supreme Lord will come from time to time to establish the principles of religion, paritranaya sadhanam, vinasaya chaduskritam, to annihilate the demons and to protect his devotees. So recently, 500 years ago, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, same Lord Krishna, who appeared 5,000 years ago, came again. And the same Lord Nityananda, Balaram Hoilo Nitai. That means the same Balaram, Rohini Nandan, the darling most of Mother Rohini, who's none other than Krishna also. He is also the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but moreover, Balaram is the Supreme Personality of Servitor Godhead. He is Krishna, but the only difference, Prabhupada says, is the color. Krishna is bluish black in color, just like the monsoon cloud. The forecast is like what? Flood, water. Some places it was raining when we left McLean. It was raining, but here it was not raining. But the clouds we saw is like darkish. So that's the color of Krishna. But then Balaram's color is none other than Krishna, but his color is crystal white. Crystal white. And the same Balaram also appeared 500 years ago, because wherever there is Krishna, Balaram is also there. Or wherever Krishna is, Arjuna is there. Wherever Krishna is always surrounded by his devotees. Yeah, okay now? We don't want you to miss this. I came here because of you and your family and for all your guests. You okay now? Yes? Okay,
Sorry,
good.
we were just taking care of the offering.
No problem. You just sit down for now.
No, I want to.
This is more important. I want you to hear this because it's also the first year anniversary of we invited Shishi Gaura Nitai.
Should I get them here, Maharaj? Their offering is done.
No. Just sit down. Gaura Nitai is here also.
No, I don't have shishi.
No issue. They're upstairs. We know they're upstairs. Yes. So Yeah, we invited CC Gaura Nitai, CC Doyal Nitai, Gaura Nataraj, because they're in that mood of like dancing mood. The mudra, it's called mudra. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, deities, they have different mudras. Dancing, like saying, please come, or offering their blessings. Like Radharani also, she has different mudras, the deities. So, what we're trying to get across here is that Lord Nityananda also is the original guru, Adi Guru, Lord Balaram. And therefore, the two brothers, sometimes Lord Balaram is younger, sometimes he is elder. It's like in the case of Lord Ramachandra and Lakshman. Lakshman is also Lord Balaram, none different. So, what their main message actually, they came when Lord Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago. He demands very heavy demand. The demand was give up everything, just surrender unto me. Sarva dharman parityaja mam ekam saranam braja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshasami masucha. Give up all your so-called religious practices or activities and just surrender unto me. Do not worry. So when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came 500 years ago, along with Lord Nityananda, he did not demand to surrender. What did he ask? Just chant Hare Krishna. It's like when we meet a person in the street, you distribute books, right? In front of that Patel Brothers supermarket, yes? And when you meet a nice person, you ask him, can you chant Hare Krishna? Immediately, isn't it? Now, to chant the holy name of the Lord, one need not to be initiated. But eventually, if one will chant the holy name of the Lord, then he'll get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then, ultimately, he will read from Prabhupada's books that one should take guidance from a bona fide spiritual master to make further advancement. Yes? So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu, they came along also with Advaita Acharya, who is none other than Sadashiva and Lord Vishnu together. And Gadadhar is none other than Shrimati Radharani also. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is combined form of Radha and Krishna. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, Nahi Anya. But then, the Lord's eternal consort, Shrimati Radharani, also came as Gadadhar to give support, may say, to assist, is a better word, to assist Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his pastimes. And then Shivash, who is Shivash? Narad Muni. Shivash Adi, Gaura Bhaktavinda. Shivash is Narad Muni. So they came, the Panchatattva says, the Panchatattva came and opened the flood of love of Godhead. And that means that one not need any special qualification to get the mercy of the Lord. The more one is fallen, the more one is qualified. Because in Kali Yuga, everyone is fallen. It says also that in Kali Yuga, there is no Brahmanas. Everyone is Sudras. Kalo Sudra Sambhava. But one can become a Brahmana, can become qualified by the mercy of the spiritual master. He can turn bell metal into gold, provided that they follow the procedure and chant more Hare Krishna. Because ultimately, the holy name of the Lord purifies everything, everyone. It's like the sun. The sun will purify even the most filthiest place, and the sun will not get contaminated. So, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, even the most sinful person, he will become purified, provided that he will try, again, we will use the word try, to chant the holy name of the Lord purely, attentively, trying to avoid the 10 offenses. I'm going to read some quotes from Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Maharaj, Sisimad Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. They're considered as Patita Pavana. All the representatives of CC Gaura Nitai, they're also Patita Pavana, the spiritual masters. They are, that means Patita Pavana means the savior of the fallen, the most fallen. And in Kali Yuga, because we are spiritually weak, this is one of the signs of Kali Yuga. Everyone is easily disturbed. It's the age of quarrel and hypocrisy. And especially, we are lazy. What does that mean by lazy? Lazy means in spiritual life. We've heard some people, they have 3 jobs, 1 full-time and 2 part-times. Yeah, and they will get up what time? 5 a.m. They will travel for an hour and a half or 2 to get to their job early in the morning. The children will be still sleeping, and then after that job, another part-time. After that, another part-time. And then they will reach home practically like 10 p.m. And when they reach home, the children also are already asleep. So there's no time for family, especially the grihastas. During my travels, this is the number 1 complaint of the grihastas or householders. Maharaj, no time. I don't have any time. Is that true? Ram? Both Rams? Is that true? Yeah.
Especially with traveling to DC for work now.
Yeah, there's no time for especially spiritual life. Spiritual life. We have time for everything except for Krishna. And we know that I have to have some time for Krishna. But then we are being bombarded because of family responsibilities. I have to work. Otherwise, how am I able to pay the mortgage? How am I be able to give proper education for my children? They're still young. I have a long ways to go. So practically speaking, no time for Krishna. If we're going to have time for Krishna, it has to be quality time. We're going to talk about that later. Okay. So Srila Prabhupada says that chanting of the holy name is the Yuga Dharma. This is what the Shastra says, Brihad Naradiya Purana. And it was quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila, chapter 17, text 21. In this age of Kali, the only means of deliverance is the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. Harir Nam, Harir Nama eva kevalam, kalo nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatir anyata. How many times Prabhupada will quote this verse? Even during the morning walks. In the morning walks, he will chant. If there is no question, he'll be chanting, and then he will chant, Harinam, Harinam, Harinam. Okay. He will chant both the holy name. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu is considered to be actually um, more merciful than Lord Chaitanya. Even though it says Lord Chaitanya is Namo Maha Vadanyaya, Krishna Prema Padayate, Krishna Krishna, Chaitanya Namni Gaur to say Namaha. He's the most magnificent incarnation of the Supreme Lord for Leela sake, but he is not an incarnation of the Supreme Lord. He is Krishna himself. Moreover, he is Radha and Krishna. But then, because why is he the most magnificent? Because he gives love of Godhead freely to everyone. But Lord Nityananda, in a sense, is more merciful. This is in the case of Jagai and Madai. Because for Lord Nityananda, when he was hit by broken pot, he did not consider it as an offense. And then it was Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who was very, very angry. He was ready to cast the Sudarshan Chakra to cut off the heads of the two brothers. And that was 500 years ago. They were the number one most sinful person. It says that Chitragupta, you know who's Chitragupta? He is the secretary. He is the compiler of the living entities' sinful activities. And it says that the whole system crashed because there is no sinful activities single out. All the sinful activities were performed or acted upon by Jagai and Madai. Actually, they're calculating every day. Okay, which one we did not do yet? Which one we did not do that? Okay, today this is what we're going to do. They have a list. Everything. They're number one, sinful. But then, because Lord Nityananda concluded that if they're going to not receive the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then the whole purpose of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's coming to the material world will be not accomplished. Isn't it? So, because then he begged Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda begged, please forgive them. Because if you don't forgive them, then your purpose will not be fulfilled. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, if you will forgive them, I will forgive them. So he based the forgiveness from Lord Nityananda's mercy. So he's more merciful. Lord Nityananda. That means the devotees of the Lord, sometimes they're more merciful than the Lord himself. We will go out there, get out of our way, sacrifice our time, our energy to save the conditioned souls. This is the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda. That's why we go out, perform Harinam Sankirtan. We go out, book distribution. It's like here you have a good book distributor team. And yes, we have prasadam distribution also, not just to the poor. Especially they like our halava. You go in a have a book table with halava. In the Philippines, we distribute popcorn. They like popcorn also, or some what you call this Chinese food, noodles, spaghetti with bread or something, and they like. And as soon as they see the devotees, they will say Haribol, even the kids, because we're famous for prasadam. These are our three products: prasadam, kirtan, and the holy name. And books, it's included in the holy name, because when we distribute books, the holy name, Prabhupada says actually that these books are not meant just for book distribution. The Bhagavad Gita is not just meant for book distribution. I wrote these books for my disciples to read, because when he says that when you distribute books and person whom you are trying to convince to take a book, he will ask, have you read these books? And then you will say, no, my dear sir, we just distribute these books. Then how are you going to convince them to take up the books? And ultimately, the main message of the Bhagavad Gita or the other books that Srila Prabhupada translated and gave his purports is to convince us to chant the holy name of the Lord. And then that's why our Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami, he would say, along with chanting, we should also read. We should also read. It's like part of the package, since everyone in Kali Yuga is disease. And what is the disease? The disease is that forgetfulness of Krishna. So even the most sinful can be delivered, because of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu are so kind. They offer this process of chanting without considering qualifications. Srila Prabhupada's lecture in London, September 24, 1969. Now, our Guru Maharaj says, even if one has many responsibilities in family life, if he takes shelter of Gaura Nitai and chants sincerely, they take personal charge of the person's spiritual progress. So if we worship and take shelter of Gaura Nitai and chants sincerely, everything will be taken care of by Sisi Gaura Nitai. They will take personal charge. Yes, we do not have the strength to overcome Maya alone, but Gaura Nitai are giving their mercy freely. Simply invite them into your homes and they will purify everything. So now, Hare Krishna. The Gaura Nitai, Sisi Doyal Nitai, Gaur Nataraj, is not different than the Gaura Nitai at the temple. Okay, we think, oh, I have smaller Gaura Nitai. They're not like the same as the Gaura Nitai in Potomac, Maryland. No, they're the same. It's like if you worship Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra at home, they're the same Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra in Jagannath Puri. Prabhupada says, if you worship the Lord like a stone, if you see the deities as like stones or wood or metal, then they will reciprocate accordingly. But if we treat them, they are none different than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and all of our activities at home will be dedicated for their pleasure, and they are the center of all of our life, then they will take care of everything for us. Because in Kali Yuga, people are distracted by materialism. Especially grihastas. They have the license for sense enjoyment. The brahmacharis, the banaprastas, and the sannyasis, they don't have this license. We live a very, very disciplined life. And grihastas also should be disciplined, but you have a little bit of leeway. There's a little bit of leniency in grihastha ashram for sense enjoyment, but it's like a restricted. We gave this example before. It's like having a driver's license, but you don't drive wild. Not like in India, you can drive in the opposite direction. So yeah, and you can get a driver's license in India without taking the exam under the table. Give some bakshish, and then everything will be good. Uh, and Kali Yuga is full of quarrel and hypocrisy, and again spiritually weak. So the Harinam Sankirtan purifies even the most degraded heart. And again, the example is Jagai and Madai. So if such men, sinful men, were delivered by Gaura Nitai, what to speak of those who are trying? Again, the word trying is very important here. To live a life of being spiritual. Now, there are two words that I'd like to emphasize in this part. Being religious and being spiritual is not the same. Being religious, you can worship the demigods. That is being religious. As Suruchi, the wife of Uttanapad, the father of Dhruva Maharaj, Prabhupada says in the purport that because she was the one who told Dhruva Maharaj, you can go to see, the only one who can help you is Lord Vishnu, because he wants to sit on the lap of his father, but he was refused. Yeah, and Prabhupada says she is not really a devotee, but she knew. She knew. So the demigod worshippers, they are religious. They worshiping somebody means you are religious, but not necessarily worshiping Krishna. When you worship Krishna, you are spiritual. That means religious means material. Yes? Because you're asking for material benefits. It's like on Tuesdays, who they worship? Hanumanji? Yeah? And on Saturdays, Shani? Right? How about Lord Shiva? Monday? So 7 days of the week, they worship different demigods because they have so many material desires that they want to fulfill. This is one day in each day of the week they worship different personalities. Now, for a spiritualist, a devotee, they worship the same personality every day. See, there's a difference? Yeah? So, Grihastas, especially, this is my main point here. Gaura Nitai's mercy is especially applicable for Grihastas. Those who doesn't have time or limited time, as they are surrounded by material duties but still have the opportunity to make their homes into small temples. Because the temple is quite far. I know some devotees, they're trying their best to live as closer as possible to the temple so that they can go every day. If you live within 5 minutes distance from the temple and you cannot go and have darshan of the Lord every day, that is very unfortunate. Yeah, and others, like in Vrindavan, I've seen Krishna Balaram Mandir, we've seen all devotees. There is this one devotee, he's about 93 years old. He will come every day. He's very energetic. An old man, an elderly gentleman. He would dance like this. And he would, early in the morning, Mangalarti, he'll be there. However, if you cannot come to the mandir, make your home a temple, a small temple, like a satellite, and worship the Lord in his Archa Vigraha form. In my travels in different countries, all over the world, I've noticed that there are devotees in a specific country that they worship the Lord different, different in different forms. Like in Russia, they worship almost everyone Gaura Nitai. Prabhupada says even a meat eater can worship Gaura Nitai. Why? Because they don't take any offenses. They don't take any offenses. They are so merciful. Hmm. Prabhupada, he commissioned one devotee couple in Vrindavan to produce gornitai like dolls, that you can sell in the market. So anyone and everyone, if they see them, it's like nowadays also they produce these deities, you might say, forms of the Lord like dolls. You've seen them for the children, like Gornitai, Sitaram, Lakshmana, Hanuman, or Radha and Krishna. Be very careful because they're not different also. It depends. So the children, they become attracted. So in Mauritius, in South Africa, they like to worship the Lord in the form of Jagannath, Baladeva, Subhadra. Hmm. In America, they like to worship the Lord in the form of Radha Krishna. Yes, Radha Krishna. However, we have to be careful. The forms of the Lord, even Radha Krishna at home, they are none different than Radha Krishna. The CC Radha, Madan Mohan. They're like extension. You may say satellite. The mother temple. If you're going to have deities at home, therefore, one should also have the full support of the local temple, the mother temple, the temple here in Potomac, Maryland. Yes? Your deities also should be taken care of. Like, if the parents will show how they worship the Lord very strictly, that means we have good sadhana, strict sadhana early in the morning. We have to get up. Hmm? At the temple, we get up by 4 o'clock, as Prabhupada would say. So at least the grihasthas, they should be also ready by 5 a.m. worshiping their deities. In my travels in Atlanta, some of the grihasthas, their householders, are very, very strict. On the dot, 4:30, just like the temple. They will bathe the deities because some of them, the husband will be the one who's earning the livelihood, and the matajis, the wives, they will have some time to worship the deity. They will bathe them and change. Not every deities. If they have Gornitai, at least Gornitai will be changed. Hmm. And in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, we have God brothers. Erbo, where you going? Where are you going?
Sit here.
Huh? No, forget about that battery. Sit here. Huh? Oh, bathroom? Oh, sorry. Go. There is a bathroom here. Right here. I thought the battery.
Oh, okay.
Call of nature. It's a must. You should go. I'm sorry. So, in Dubai, we have I stayed in one of our god brothers there, and the husband and wife, they help each other worshiping the Lord, worshiping the Lord. And I've noticed also, even here in America. So it says here, Prabhupada says, simply chant Hare Krishna and make your home a temple of Gornitai. Even if you cannot do much, chant sincerely. Gornitai are so merciful, they will accept your little effort. Letter to a Grihasta in 1971. So now, you may not have deities at home, but the pictures are none different than the deities. We will make us say, oh, it's just a picture. No, they're none different. It's like here we have a picture of our Guru Maharaj. Yes? So he is here. Sisirada Parthasarthi, the most merciful deities of ISKCON Delhi. The ISKCON Sant Nagar, that is the mother temple of all. Right now, there are not 18,
21?
24. Now it's increased. Now there are 24 temples
In Delhi.
in Delhi, in NCR.
Oh, NCR.
In NCR, when we say NCR, Noida, Ghaziabad, Gurgaon, I mean, it's a big. It's about what? 20 million people there. 24 temples is not enough. It should be 50 temples, isn't it? So, Sisirada Parthasarthi Mandir, they are the main temple. They are the mother temple of all the temples in Delhi. They were installed by Srila Prabhupada. The Prabhupada says in Vrindavan, 50 years ago, there are 5,000 temples. That was 50 years ago, right? 5,000 temples, now maybe 10,000 temples, because every home is a temple. Now, our Guru Maharaj says, a practical guidance for the Grihastas. Morning and evening program at home is even 15 minutes of kirtan in the morning and evening will invite Gaura Nitai's mercy. Because time is of the essence for the Grihastas. So even 15 minutes all together, even the children will grow up seeing this, will naturally become devotees. Train them up. This is what Prahlad Maharaj says. He was a 5-year-old boy, and he was telling his fellow friends, sons of the demons, he says, now is the time to start. Now is the time. So don't spoil your children. Don't spoil them. Oh, let them sleep. It's okay. It's summertime. No problem. And during school days, they have to get up early. No. That means they have more time, summertime. Engage them. This is very important. You think that Krishna consciousness is only for the grown-up men and women? No. It is for everyone, including Hari Priya and Gopika Priya. Oh, okay. So Gopika Priya is still a little bit. So this is for everyone. I mentioned this a few times. It's not how you start, it's how you finish in Krishna Bhakti. So once they are trained up, they will never forget the childhood that they've been brought up to be Krishna conscious. This is your duty. It says one should not be a king, one should not be a guru, one should not be a teacher, one should not be a parent if you cannot have your subjects to be free from the cycle of repeated birth and death. That means you have to try. You have to try and keep reminding them. Our Guru Maharaj says, never compromise on chanting your 16 rounds. It is the lifeline for a householder. Don't complicate life by over-endeavoring materially. Keep Krishna and Gaura Nitai in the center and everything else will be taken care of. So why is it that Gaura Nitai is being emphasized here? Because the worship, again, Radha Krishna, want us to be very extra careful. And if you have Radha Krishna, you should have also Gaura Nitai. Because you cannot go directly worshiping Radha and Krishna. In worshiping Radha Krishna, first, this is how it is done. First, you have to worship the spiritual master. If you don't have spiritual master yet, then worship Srila Prabhupada. Then after worshiping the spiritual master, Gaura Nitai. Then after worshiping Gaura Nitai, Radha and Krishna. Or if you have Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, then this is how you go also. Guru, but still always Gaura Nitai. Gaura Nitai must be there. This is what we've learned in deity worship. Yes? Yes, that's how it goes. Invite devotees. This is the duties of one of the duties of the Grihastas. Invite devotees to your homes for bhajan and kirtan. This keeps the household spiritually surcharged. Very, very important. So, we need to do very simple thing in order to taste the nectar of devotional service. Just chant Hare Krishna, offer your food to Krishna, live a life in such a way that you are regulated. Srila Prabhupada says, purport Adilila chapter 7 text 21. Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda offer the simplest means of God realization, the congregational chanting of the holy names. This process is so powerful that even the most sinful man can be delivered. Then our Guru Maharaj says, Gaura Nitai have come not to judge, but to lift you. Yes. Gaura Nitai came not to take away something, but to give the most precious love of God. Even if you're not qualified, he says, they are ready to embrace you if you simply call out their names sincerely. So, yes, our time is very limited. Time is short. And we are very unqualified. But Gaura Nitai, the deities of the Lord are very easily accessible, especially when we chant the holy name of the Lord. So whatever we do to please Lord Krishna, we have to chant the holy name of the Lord. Because this is the Yuga Dharma. It's the most important. Without chanting of the holy name of the Lord, everything that we do to please Krishna he will not be 100% pleased, and he will not accept 100%. Grihastas in Kali Yuga often feel distracted by work and family duties, lacking time for sadhana, weak in determination to follow rules. This is from the teachings of Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual master. Is that true? Yeah, it is true, huh? Especially weak in determination to follow the rules. But Gaura Nitai's mercy is right there. It's meant especially for the whole householders, provided they take simple steps. Again, chant together as a family, at least in the morning and evening. Room Conversation, 1975. Simplify your life. You don't need to do great austerities. Offer your work, your food, your home to Krishna. As we've been mentioning in the meetings, especially here. Last night also, I mentioned this, or this morning also, that your work is also considered to be bhakti yoga. If you think of Krishna while working and offer the fruits of your labor, part of it to Krishna. We have devotees who are giving very generously for the cause of spreading Krishna consciousness. And that is very admirable. Otherwise, whatever we are not giving, if we can give, then give. The more you give, the more you receive. That's in Bhakti. It's like the story of Sudama Vipra. He only gave because he is so poor. But he offered this cheap rice to Lord Krishna with love and devotion, and the result, that his life became so prosperous, so successful, that when he returned home, he cannot figure out, is this my home? I think I came to the wrong address. It's not the address that I'm looking for. No, but because he saw many different, very beautiful personalities was coming back and forth, back and forth. Mm. And then when he saw his wife, then he was sure that yes, I've come to the right place. How about the story of that fruit vendor?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fruit vendor, because she became so attracted to Lord Krishna. She's an aborigine, and she gave practically all the fruits because in those days there is this bartering process. So she gave all the fruits, and Krishna just gave only a few morsels of grains because when he was holding the grains in between the fingers, the grains started to slip. So only a few left, but the fruit vendor was so happy to receive whatever Lord Krishna offered to him in exchange of the fruits. And all of those, her basket became heavy while walking back home. That when she looked in the basket, it was full of
Yes.
jewelries, ornaments, precious stones, gold, diamonds, lapis lazuli, emeralds, and so on. Hmm. So, Srila Prabhupada says, chant together and simplify your life. You don't need to do great austerities. Just remain as a grihasta, but become detached to the result. Our Guru Maharaj says, again, chant even for 15 minutes of kirtan. Now, Krishna has to learn Mridanga. Okay?
15 minutes every day.
Learn Mridanga. This all of us should learn how to play Mridanga, not just the kids, and play kartals because we are Sankirtan movement. Everyone should learn also some bhajans. Guru Maharaj says, don't think you must be perfect. Gaura Nitai are very tolerant and accept whatever little you offer. Feed devotees, serve prasad, invite them at home. This will purify the atmosphere. So nowadays there is also um, great opportunity to have Bhakti Vriksha program. Even two, three families get together on the weekends or even twice a month or something regularly. Yeah, so in this way, or like every Ekadasi, so that's a good opportunity, right? To purify our grihasta life. It says here, if your children, Guru Maharaj says, if your children see you chanting, offering food, and respecting sadhus, they will naturally grow up Krishna conscious. Then he says, be responsible in your work, but keep Krishna at the center. Offer your career as service, not as self centered endeavor. This is what Guru Maharaj says. So, we don't need to be qualify ourselves in the beginning. Just chant, serve, and depend on the Supreme Lord. This will purify ourselves. Whoever chants the holy names of Lord Gaura Nitai even once will never again suffer in the cycle of birth and death. This is the statement in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhya Lila, chapter 23, text 65. Guru Maharaj says, this was in, let me see. He was talking to a grihasta in one program. You may not have the energy to chant 16 rounds today, but don't give up. Start with even 2 or 4 rounds and begged Gaura Nitai, please give me strength to chant your names. Soon you'll be chanting joyfully. This is Guru Maharaj's advice. Huh? Throughout the day, we can have play kirtan at home instead of dead silence. It's like there is this musical box
Yeah.
of Srila Prabhupada always chanting some bhajans, or make the atmosphere should be like that instead of quiet void. It's like, it's
Nowadays
very
there
good.
is YouTube. So
Huh?
Nowadays there is YouTube. Right?
YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, whatever you have something.
You know them.
Okay?
Spotify.
You know Spotify, right?
I don't, but
You know
yes,
Spotify?
they
Okay.
do. Yes.
To make it really, other devotees, they have their favorite kirtaniyas. But for me, if you just hear Prabhupada, you are this. It is the most safe. Most safe. You just hear Prabhupada because no one can chant like Prabhupada. His bhajan is not of this world. Now there are so many kirtaniyas, they making up, different kirtans besides Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. If Prabhupada is here, they will be reprimanded. We are known as the Hare Krishna movement. We're not known as the other movement. So nice. Like before coming here in Virginia, so Adoksha Jo Prabhu, uh, he was asked to come and bring me. So when I heard Prabhupada, especially this chanting, Vibha Bhari Shesha Aloka Pravesha, it's like it sets the mood. So when you also go to work, if you have Prabhupada's chanting, it cannot be, it's irreplaceable. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes. And in the evening, gather the family at least for 10 minutes, kirtan. You can practice for 10, 15 minutes. Okay? Krishna will do it, and Manesh will be there with the kartals. You learn how to play kartals also. Yes? 1, 2, 3. If you hear Prabhupada's bhajans and follow the way he, then you learn. Okay. Read one Bhagavatam verse and discuss. Have you ever tried that? Huh? Ram Murari Prabhu?
Not with them, Maharaj. I read every day, but not with
You
them.
have to include them.
Yes, I'll start doing in the evening. I do always.
And they have to be with you for 10 minutes. See, the whole evening is 30 minutes. 10 minutes kirtan, read one Bhagavatam verse and discuss, and pray to Gaura Nitai for mercy. You have very beautiful deities upstairs. Everyone pray. So the essence I'm going to read now, and we will end it up here. Chant Hare Krishna, keep Krishna in the center of your family life, serve the devotees, and be happy. What else do we need? If Grihastas take even small steps to follow this, Gaura Nitai will personally reside in your homes and make them blissful spiritual heavens. That is the secret. Okay? I will stop here. Again, so many things to say here. Some of different anecdotes. Oh, okay. One anecdote from Guru Maharaj. This happened in, I think in Delhi. Yeah. In one home program in Delhi, Maharaj saw a Grihasta struggling to chant his rounds. The man said, Maharaj, I'm trying, but work keeps me busy and my mind is restless. Is that true? For everyone, for everyone. So Guru Maharaj gently said, do one thing. Do one thing. Bring Gaura Nitai into your home. Do arti for them every morning and evening, even for 10 minutes. Chant in front of them, they will purify your heart and give you the strength to chant. 6 months later, the same man shared how his entire family started chanting, and even his teenage children were inspired to do kirtan. This is true.
Perhaps
True
could you
story.
repeat that once more, please? Within
Huh?
6 months, the last sentence.
6 months later, because Gurmas gave him the instruction to bring Gaura Nitai at home,
Yes.
do artik for even for 10 minutes. The same man shared how his entire family started chanting, and even his teenage children were inspired to do kirtan. The tendency is that they may not be attracted to chant in the japa, but if they are, at least chant in the kirtan with the whole family, they will never forget that, especially when they go to college or when they become grihastas themselves. Whatever they will see from you, they'll be inspired also to replicate, duplicate to their family later on. So don't force, no force for the children, but inspire them. And your example will be the best way how to inspire them. Okay? I will stop here now. You have any points, questions?
A couple of
Or
questions.
yes.
Maharaj.
Yeah, Guru Maharaj. So when so after the puja, after the thing, right? Like so when praying to God, like can we? But I heard that we should not ask any material desires to the God because God knows everything because He's the
Mm-hmm.
Father of
Mm-hmm.
the eternal Father of everyone, right? So we should just pray and then leave the.
Mm-hmm.
So is that correct, Prabhuji?
That is correct. But who does not have any material desires? Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Everyone has.
Everyone, as long as we have this material body, I have a material desire. But the whole point is don't stop following the process because these material desires will also become purified. It's not possible to say, I don't have any more material desires. That is a pure devotee. He doesn't have any material desires. He doesn't have a desire for himself.
Yeah, we might have desires, but we should not put that near the God, right?
Why not?
Because
Who is going to fulfill that?
that is material.
No. You can approach God. There are four types of personalities who approach God: one who is in distress, one who is um, inquisitive, one who is a genuine seeker of knowledge, and one who is like, yes, wants some financial means. Who doesn't go to, who is this person who goes to the church and the temple putting, let's say, $5, and the request from the Lord is like over $100? Who is that? Tell me.
All of us.
Yes. Because we are still in the conditioned state. Only those who are pure in their hearts, no more material desires. But we have to do it. You can approach Krishna. What's that? Akama sarva kamo ba moksha kama udharati tibrena bhakti yogena. That you can, even if you have no desire, even have you have all the material desires, you still approach Krishna because he's the only one who can purify and fulfill your desires.
And according to Prabhupada, any spiritual guru, like how many
Speak
hours,
louder.
yeah, how many hours we can, everyone has to sleep a day, like according to
How many hours do you sleep?
Yeah,
How many hours?
myself,
Yeah.
8.
8?
6 is
6, yeah.
You sleep 8? What time you sleep?
I think 11 to 7.
11 to 7, that means no spiritual life.
I do. I mean, after
No, no,
before 9 o'clock, I do
no. Mangal, auspicious.
5 o'clock.
Yes. 1 hour and a half before sunrise. The sun rises in Washington, Baltimore area, 6:30.
So 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock we have to be ready.
We need like for the children, maybe 8, 7. For us, if you can sleep for 5 or 6, that's very good. Prabhupada only sleeps for 3 hours.
I feel like sleeping in the afternoon or something because
Huh?
because of we didn't get used to this one, right?
Where are you going? Sleeping now? Huh? The battery or the bathroom?
I reminded him of sleep.
So, you know the needs of your body. Actually, when you sleep, it is the mind that is taking rest. It is the mind. When you, so this is why people, or when they go, actually Prabhupada says a devotee will work so hard for Krishna, as soon as he lie down, he's falling asleep immediately. The materialists, they have to take sleeping pills to go to sleep, and then as soon as they wake up, they have to drink coffee to keep them awake. We don't do those things, isn't it? In Vrindavan, if I can have 5 hours of sleep, I'm fortunate in the evening. Because we get up there at 3 o'clock. The brahmacharis, they get up at 3 o'clock, 2:30.
If we feel like sleeping in the afternoon, like because we work.
It's okay, you can sleep, but don't sleep too much. That's the point.
Just a nap.
No, Prabhupada will call it snap.
Oh, snap.
Quicker than the nap. Snap. It's like, what do you call this? In Japan, they have this, huh? Yeah, they have this facility, power nap, in the at work. Yeah. And in Japan, it's normal to see people, they sleep on the street because they work so hard, they didn't have time to sleep. And it's normal to see them in the sidewalks, sleeping, benches everywhere.
Snap is like 15 minutes.
Forget about the sleep now. We should talk about chanting. Okay?
Just
No. Grihasthas, they
As we move ahead, right?
listen. The Grihasthas, they
not find time to sleep.
Ram.
Yes.
The Grihasthas, they wake up early.
Yeah.
Jagannath Priya Prabhu, Mataji, everyone here who knows the value of spiritual life, you cannot sleep even after 5. You get up. They have to go and perform Mangal Arti. They go to the temple. Even at home, they still get up the same time. Mataji, she goes serve the deities three times a week. She has to be there, like, by 4 o'clock. Waking up the deities. If you're Pujari, you cannot sleep, like 7 o'clock. Well, some they do. Okay? Hare Krishna. Any other questions or comments or points? Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Just one quick question. Like I have two-part questions. First question is like, how do we know we are making progress in bhakti?
How do you know? It's like when you're hungry and you start to eat, your hunger will be going and you'll become stronger. So when you do bhakti, you become spiritually strong, you become detached materially. And others can see you're a changed person. You become polite, you don't shout, you are compassionate, you are truthful, all the 26 qualities of a devotee will manifest. Others will see you more making advancement than you are. Others who are actually very humble, they will say, I'm not making any advancement. But those who are proud, thinking that they are making advancement, they will even advertise that I'm seeing Krishna. Oh no, I saw Krishna, or I had a dream of Radharani and Krishna last night. Forget that. If you had a dream of Radha and Krishna, you will not tell anybody. This is internal. But you may also say, oh, I had a dream of Prabhupada. That is okay. But more higher than that, you keep it to yourself.
The second question I have is that you mentioned that in the Kriyas that you need to bring all your family member, have a chanting.
You try. Yes, yes.
And then, so like be happy, right? I just want
Ultimately, that is the result.
yeah, be happy. So I want to do that. I am happy, but family member is not happy. So how do we
You can be
So the reverse
satisfied.
happens when-
Haribal,
Sorry, Boris.
you can answer the question if you
No,
like.
no. I was just elaborating on the question.
No, you're not elaborating. You're making it complicated. No, Ram,
Sorry, Boris.
his question is very important. We try to analyze this because this is very, very important, relevant. Say it again, please. Say it again.
This is a nice question.
This is like I've never. I know this is true story, based on the true story. Go ahead.
So in Kriyas, like Maharaj mentioned that we have to be together.
We have to be together.
Like family members.
Yes.
We have to chant, read Bhagavad Gita.
Right.
Kirtan.
Sure.
And then
We have to do everything
and then last one you mentioned
to be happy. To be happy. Yeah.
right. So I really wanted to do that, and I really become myself very happy. But
Yes.
the family member, they may participate because I call them 5 times, 10 times.
Yes.
But then on the whole process, they are not happy. So
Yeah.
how do I deal with that?
So we don't force them. Again, see, we need to be educated. We have to let them know why we are doing what we are doing. If we just tell them, do this, they will not understand why we are doing it. The purpose. There must be a purpose. That's why Guru Maharaj says here, and Prabhupada says, you should all read together and discuss. You remember that?
Mhm.
You remember that?
Yeah.
If you just tell the kid, you should do this, why should I do it? Read and discuss. This is very important. Even for 10 minutes, read a sloka from the Bhagavad Gita or the Srimad Bhagavatam and discuss. And this is the problem I can see. Why our children, after some time, they have changed in a way. They are still favorable, but they will not follow what we're doing. This is the main reason why. We go to the temple on a Sunday program. Yeah? So we will ask our children, let's go. Then they may have friends there. That's why they will come. But then once they grew up and their friends are not there anymore, why should I go to the temple? What is the reason why? No, I have a different friends now. And I feel happy with them. They may not be my friends at the temple, but I have a different friends and I'm happy. That's not real happiness. So we must read. That's why our Guru Maharaj says, along with chanting, we should read. So that we understand the philosophy here. They think that we are just being a dictator here. This is very important information. That's why no wonder that they're not following. They're still good, but they're what you call pious, religious. I will use the word religious now. They're not spiritualists now. In the beginning, you want them to become a spiritualist. That's why, yes, I mentioned these two words, religious and spiritualist. You want them to be spiritualist because spiritualist has a long-term effect, eternal effect. Religious, material effect. It only as long as it's only good as long as we have this body, and then the next will have also the result for that. Materially, will take another form. That's why when I give class in some temples or some congregation members, or like in North Carolina, I was surprised. I'm sorry I was not able to make it. The children, they're all there. When there is a program, don't let them run here and there. This is this is the problem with the family members, the parents. They think, oh, no, they should be here also because I can relate to them. I'll be able to relate to them. I can tell the stories about Prahlad or Dhruva Maharaj or something that they can understand. Not that, okay, you guys, you run up and down and make your commotions upstairs. That's wrong. That's why I'm happy that your two sons are here and Krishna or Balaram. Balaram is here. Your name is Balaram, right?
Yeah.
See?
Nice point.
I know their names because I have some connections with them. That's how it should be. Is that okay? Any other points or comments?
Maharaj, again, I'm sure probably just Mataji, but
Yes,
Mataji.
yes. Go ahead.
Maharaji, this is my first time with this kind of discourse. So my question is, now my kids are much older than them. One is in college, the other one is in middle school.
Okay.
How do we, my husband and I, would bring them closer to God?
First,
First, we get closer.
yes, yourselves. Set good examples. And as Guru Maharaj says and Prabhupada says, invite Gaura Nitai at home. Chant in front of them, all of you, and pray, beg Gaura Nitai to help you all. Spiritually, both, and materially. No problem. Just approach God. Just approach Gaura Nitai. And they will take care of everything. How many times I repeated that, right? They will take care of everything. So we should have faith in that. And again, I mentioned it's not how you start, it's how you finish in spiritual life.
What does that mean?
That means, you see, they're still young, right? That is the best time for them. And we came to Krishna consciousness. I came to Krishna consciousness when I was 14 years old. Now one may say, but Maharaj, now I'm 50. What shall I do? No, there is never too late in Krishna consciousness. It's not how you start. It's how you're going to attain the finish line. And I gave that story this morning during the class about the tortoise and the rabbit. You've heard that story, right? There was a race.
Yes.
So who won the race? There you go. We're expecting that the rabbit will go fast, right? But the rabbit is taking time, playing around. He had lost track of what's going on. But the tortoise slowly gradually, surely. In spiritual life, it's a gradual process, but surely. Instead of going too fast and then stop. No. It's a good question also. I think the topic that I chose today is very relevant, very important for everyone. We need to hear this. We need to hear these topics because it is usually the problem here. The grihastas, they want the best for their children, and they cannot do it. What to do? That's why you have to search for an advanced devotee and ask these kind of questions. And it's an opportunity for me. I'm very thankful also that I have come and met you this evening, and hopefully we'll meet again some other time. Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I have a question. Sometimes I face a kind of situation where people humiliates me or some other person in front of me that, hey, you are too young. You started, chanting katha and all that so early. This is too early. You have enough time, right? And they humiliate. They approach the sentence in such a way that they are pinching you. So what should be my or somebody?
They're telling you this?
Some people tells me.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
tells some other people in front of me. So what should be a good reply, polite and fruitful reply to them so that they get a good answer and they also
You might tell them that it is my choice, and I would like to, as soon as possible, attain the satisfaction that I'm looking for. So, if you like, you can come also with me. If you don't want to, that's fine. But this is my choice. So, please respect my choice. And I will respect yours also. If you come with me, that'll be beneficial for both of us. I'm telling you. I guarantee you. But if you don't want to, I'm not going to disturb you and I'm not going to force you. But this is the way how I would like to lead my life. So please give me a chance to do it. Be respectful, always. Guru Maharaj told me that. Always be respectful. If they're envious, that's another thing. Keep away from them. But if they're still respectful and just telling you this, hopefully someday you'll be able to convince them also to follow the same path. Yes. Okay, Ram, one last.
No, Shita Maharaj, did you have a question? Shall I do?
Huh?
No, Maharaj, I just want
Wait, you have a question?
No problem. I'm good.
Sharad Prabhu has been attending. Go ahead, Prabhuji.
Guruji, Pranam. One thing I want to ask is, one of the biggest challenges in life is, we go learn something and consistently doing it.
Yes.
Day in, day
The
out.
secret of success is to continuously doing something which is beneficial for you.
Yeah, but that consistency is very hard to have.
That's why you have to sacrifice your time. And our Guru Maharaj says, Prabhupada says what? 30 minutes of your whole day? Is that a big deal for you?
It's not about those 30 minutes. It's just the emotion, internal emotion.
Well, in the beginning, it could be mechanical. In the beginning, we don't have taste. How you'll be able to get the taste is you do it even for half an hour every day with the family. And your family members also will have that taste. But you have to tell them why we are doing this. Not just tell them, we must do this, without knowing why. In the beginning, we don't have feelings. We don't have love. That's why we're doing this every day. I mean, my life is like this every day, wherever I go. Waking up early in the morning, chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and talk about Krishna. So eventually, hope against hope, I will attain that love for Krishna. And it's the same for all of you. You may not have that 24 hours like for the Swamis. What is most important here is to have quality time dedicated only for that process where all of you will be together. The family that prays together stays together. Otherwise, when they grow up, they will just go their own directions. This is only in America, not in India. Have you seen a kid going and living in a different apartment from the family in India? No, because they're together the whole time. And they know the value. Culture-wise, in America is not really good culture. No culture here. That's why it is like that. Okay? Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Itai Gaur Sitana Pramanande. Hari Om Tat Sat. Dhanyavad.
Please accept my apologies first for the offenses I did.
You didn't do anything.
No,
You didn't.
so just for those who are newcomers, Maharaj is originally from Philippines. He did his bachelor's from Canada. I forget Maharaj, which university though.
In Newfoundland,
And
St. John's.
And he's a disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami.
Yes.
And he took sannyas order in which
2013.
Yeah, 2013.
2013. And Maharaj is the vice president, one of the vice presidents of ISKCON Vrindavan. And he was one of the spear leaders for a very nice.
We don't have vice presidents there.
Three presidents.
Three presidents.
Okay, three presidents. Sorry, one of the presidents. And
Just to correct
they have a
you.
very nice university there, right? Maharaj in Vrindavan. Maharaj oversaw most of that.
Thank
That's
you.
one of the
Thank
biggest
you. Thank you.
universities in
Hare
Asia.
Krishna.
Maharaj, can we do please do Narsimharti and Mahaprasad?
I would like to have Krishna to chant Nisinga prayers. Don't tell me you forget this thing. You forgot? So chant. I want you to chant. Okay? Go ahead.
So I'll do the Kirtan for you. Okay, you do it. Yes, go ahead.